Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Panchali Banerjee. I'm an assistant professor at the Department of Economics at Banerjee University. And today I'm going to take a little bit of your time to talk to you about one of the courses that I teach at AU. It's called the Microeconomic Principles, and this is one of the favorite courses that I myself have studied, and I love teaching this course to my students. So microeconomics essentially deals with all the individual decisions that we undertake given that we have a scarce resources. So these individual decisions can be taken by a person like you and me who are consumers, or it can be taken by a person who is a producer of something. It can be taken by your parents who are themselves consumers of some certain goods and services and who are also decision makers in some other aspects. This course teaches you about what kind of factors that the producers have to keep in mind when they decide, and what kind of factors do consumers keep in mind or they judge when they decide whether or not to consume something. It deals with a number of different layers of concepts, like where the government comes in and how the government decides to tax or subsidize, which are the areas where in fact it decides to tax and subsidize, how markets behave, how different consumers and producers behave when there is a change in the economic system. For example, why did suddenly the price of onions shoot up a few months back? Or why, for example, do we always keep saying that you should not tax an important commodity like water in a developing country like India, where there are too many people who cannot afford a tax on water? Or, on the other hand, or contradictorily, why do we ask for a tax on people so that they can be stopped from littering the streets? So all these questions have answers to the basic fundamental design of microeconomic principles. So there are interesting implications of this in your real world decisions. And one often example that I can give you is the everyday example that we face, or our parents face, whenever we are out to buy our groceries. And especially in this lockdown, if you hear from your parents that the everyday grocery, everyday ration has become very expensive, and a lot of commodities are unavailable, and the prices of some commodities that used to be very reasonable a few days back have now shot up sky high. So there is economic principle lying behind these phenomena, and I'm there at Banerjee University to help you understand that. Microeconomic principles forms the cushion to a lot of our questions that we unknowingly answer every day without knowing that in the background we are basically utilizing or implementing at least 10 different economic principles therein. So microeconomics is there when you decide to pick in between an apple and an orange, when you decide to choose either to look for a job after your bachelor's or pursue higher education beyond that to master's, whether you decide to bargain with your employer regarding a salary hike, or whether you decide to bargain with your domestic help to work a little bit more for whatever salary you're paying her. So all these everyday decisions that you come across, all these everyday incidents that you come across are full of underlying economic principles, and faculties in the economics department at Banerjee universities are always there to help you guide through, to give you some of the most wonderful examples that you can relate to with your everyday life. We try to make the course as student friendly as possible and as lucid as possible for you to love the course and not just memorize it. So hoping that you are having a safe home time for now, and you are making absolute advantage of whatever facilities are being provided you online. Hoping to see you soon when the university reopens. Thank you and have a good day.